Hello, I am Professor Dr. Manoj Kamat. I am an economist and principal of SS Dempo College Autonomous at Goa.
Okay, sir. So, what one phrase? Okay. So, how do you believe technology bridges the ancient wisdom of temples with the modern digital age?
Yes, I believe that technology is very important. It will play a very, very vital role not only now but also in the coming years. Not only in temple management, not only in management of queues, but to give a holistic kind of an experience to the devotees. As we have seen after post-COVID times, the number of devotees which are flocking to the temple has immensely increased. This time also coincides with the budget giving a lot of impetus, Indian budget giving a lot of impetus to physical infrastructure and religious places. Both these things coupled with the growth of economy is going to boom temple tourism in the country, and this is the right time where for the management of crowds, where for better safety and security, where for having better transparency in temple affairs, technology will have a very, very important role to connect people as well as spirituality.
Okay, sir. So, how do you see ITCX impacting temple tourism across the country?
ITCX has done wonderful work. I'm very happy and glad to be the part of the second edition of ITC. First, of course, I was unable to be there, but ITC has made a very good connect not only of temples, but also of the people managing the temples and the entire ecosystem, including those providing technology, those providing hospitality services, other infrastructural services as well. We have really underestimated the importance of religious tourism in the country, but I'm very glad that in last 10 years, the entire impetus is on providing spiritual experience to the people. The kind of infrastructural development which has taken place, the kind of devotees that have increased, the kind of revenues the temples are generating is increasing multifold. And this is the right time that we have a converge, we have a good connect of those people who are managing temples, of those pilgrims who are visiting temples, and the entire ecosystem which is built around the Dharma Samstha of the country. So I believe that ITCX has a major role to play today as well as in the years to come.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So, how temples can prepare to adopt the emerging trends?
Yes, we need to provide an AR, VR kind of an experience to the people, even who are unable to come to the temple premises. For those people who are able to enter the temple premises, we need to take care of their safety, their concerns, their comforts there. And all this will come with the aid of technology. Not just that, but the distribution of prasadam, the queue management system, the VIP movement system can all be monitored and tracked, including the vehicular movement along the temple premises. The management of human resources. Now, say big temples like that of Tirupati have around 20 to 25,000 employees working. Now, all these have to cohesively come together, and I believe that technology is a bond which can build bridges between the providers of the spiritual experience as well as seekers at large.
So, what is the most powerful role that temple plays in preserving our culture and spiritual heritage?
See, right from times immemorial, temples were not just places for us for worship. Remember, the word temple which we use is in narrow sense, place of worship. But I will not prefer to call it as a temple. I will call it as a mandir or devalaya, which is alaya of the gods, the home of the gods. We believe the gods reside there. We believe we need to wake up the gods. We give the shrine the bath. We offer prasadam. So for us, it's a living entity which protects all of us. So temples were not only a system for us to go and pray, but temples for all of us is an ecosystem where art, culture, trade, commerce, religion, ecology, sustainability flourishes. And then therefore this is an epitome of a new India which is emerging. Temples have to be strong, have to be connected, have to be interconnected, and provide that kind of experience to the devotees as well.
Thank you so much, sir. So, what key insights have you gained at the convention to improve the temple management?
My God, it has been an amazing kind of an experience at ITCX 2025. The kind of arrangements the organizers have done, they have not left any stone unturned to accommodate thousands of people who have registered and come. You see the kind of discipline, you see the kind of floor management. different venues, the exhibitions, the temple experience here, the kind of speakers, the variety of topics which are spoken, and mainly the interconnections between the providers as well as the seekers. I think this is a beautiful opportunity which organizers have provided, and I believe that all the state governments and the central government has to provide more finances to organizations like this to take the movement of management and the communication and coordination of temples to the very, very vast level. Such a beautiful experience connecting temples, temple managements, bureaucrats, policymakers, all talking about how to enhance spiritual experience of devotees.
Thank you so much, sir. So, very last question. So, what motivated you to come to the International Temple Convocation and Expo, and what were your expectations?
Wow, my expectations, I must admit, are all met. First, I understood how the technology has influenced our traditional ways of managing temples. Second, I found a beautiful bond and connection between temples. See, temples earlier were operating in isolation. Let us understand that we are all connected to a common thread called Sanatan Dharma. Whether we are Vaishnavite or whether we are Shaivite or whether we are Sikh or whether we are Buddhist, we are all connected by a Sanatani environment, Sanatani culture, and of which we are very, very proud of. See, we belong to a common root, common thread. And if we believe that we all are one and connected to the common God, we believe in Hinduism, we believe in Sanatan Dharma, I think then there is a requirement of a strong connect. Now this ITCX has given a strong connect, strong brotherhood, universal message is spread that we can all get connected, and in order to face the kind of challenges not only of the technology but also of the jihadis, also of the issues like that of the Waqf board, and we can commonly fight not only for our rights but to provide a beautiful experience to every Hindu who is a proud Hindu.
So anything from your presentation that you'd like to point out here?
Yes, I talked, it was my great privilege that the organizers gave me opportunity to talk about Sanatani Arthashastra. In other words, economics of the mandirs in the country. And always we have, as I said earlier, that we have undermined and underrated the contribution of temples to our GDP growth. See, our own India's NSSO data says that 2.34% of our total GDP comes from this temple ecosystem. But I believe that these figures are grossly unstated. Given that we have almost close to 20 million temples in the country, these figures are not reflective of two figures. And therefore I believe that in the inaugural speech, the Honorable Chief Minister of this state, Sri Chandrababuji Naidu, said that the temple economy of our India contributes to 6% of GDP. I agree and admit that these figures must be close to reality. See, if you look at the total number of tourists and if you look at the average spending of a tourist, who is a spiritual tourist, close to almost 3,000 rupees per day, we have an attributed figure of almost say 6% of our GDP. And if 6% of the GDP is a contribution only given by temples, I understand and I request the state government and the central government to give the temple economy the status of the industry. The temples as together should claim all the advantages on the benefits what are accorded to the industry. I also request the central government that special budgetary provisions must be made for technology upgradation, for coordination of various temples and providing a better holistic environment to the country. Our Indian government figure says that almost close to 65% of the tourist movement in our India is related to temple tourism. Out of which 55% are proud Hindu Sanatanis. That means Hindu pilgrims contribute to almost 55% of the Mandir Arthashastra or Mandir economic contribution comes from these people. So what is the harm? If we are a proud Hindu nation, if we believe in our culture and we have respect for our temples and our gods and goddesses, our shrines, our state budgets, our central budget should also reflect the same sentiments of the people, so that the temple movement will contribute to a higher level. देखिए मैं एक सिंपल आपको फिगर देता हूँ. Our total revenue receipts of government of India is close to 23 lakh crore rupees, which is growing at a rate of almost 7 to 8% per annum CAGR, compounded annual growth rate. But if you look at the total revenues which some temples, prime temples have generated, it is close to almost 65,000 crores, and the percentage growth is almost 100%. That means in another 10 to 15 years, the total revenue which is generated by the temples of the country will be equal to the revenues generated by the central government. So at this time, there is a need for a better fiscal and financial management of the temples. There is a need for state governments and central governments to allocate more money towards temple tourism. And obviously there are many opportunities for unemployed youth to get good employment opportunities in the temple ecosystem of the country.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.